Hey guys, welcome back to the Next Brave Step podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Wise, and today we are diving into the fourth step of my signature coaching method, the Next Brave Step blueprint. So, this blueprint is not just a set of ideas or theories, it's a proven system that has worked for hundreds of people all around the world. So, whether you're feeling stuck in your job, struggling with your finances, or maybe you're wanting better health or seeking a more fulfilling relationship, this blueprint is designed to guide you through that transformational journey step by step. So, what exactly is the Next Brave Step blueprint? So, this blueprint is a comprehensive, actionable plan that helps you navigate significant changes in your life. And it's broken down into 6 key stages. The first stage is what's called the reckoning. This is where you recognize the need for change and confront the reality of your current situation. The second stage is the evaluation stage. And this is where you really assess where you are, what's working, and what's not working. Strategy stage is where you develop that clear and actionable plan in order to achieve your goals. Today, we're going to be talking about massive action and taking the next brave step. This is where we implement that plan, take bold, decisive actions, and make sure that we keep going. The fifth stage is course correct, which we'll be talking about next week. This is where we adjust our strategy as needed in order to stay on track. And then finally, we have the receive and repeat. This is the final stage, and this is where you embrace your achievements and prepare for continued growth. So, throughout the series, we've dived into each of these stages in detail. In the last episode, we talked about the strategy stage, and today we are moving on to the next stage, which is taking massive action. I'll be sharing insights, personal stories, and practical tips to help you turn your plan into reality through bold and decisive action. So if you're ready to take control of your life and start your journey towards a transformational change, stay tuned. Remember that each brave step that you take brings you closer to the life that you always dreamed of. So let's get started. Hello, and welcome to the Next Brave Step podcast, the podcast that's all about turning dreams into action. I'm your host, Chelsea Wise. Now, this podcast is more than just something to listen to while you fold laundry. Instead, imagine I'm inviting you to join me in my kitchen, a space for genuine and transformative conversations. Here, with the sunlight streaming through the windows, margaritas and homemade guac on the table, we're ready to dive into stories and strategies that don't just inspire you to think about a better life, but give you the tools, motivation to go out there and make it happen. So pull up a chair, let's talk like old friends, and together we'll navigate the journey from turning dreaming into doing, one brave step at a time. Your adventure towards making your dreams a reality starts right here. All right, guys, welcome back. We are exploring the fourth stage in our blueprint, and that is taking massive action. Now, this stage is all about turning our strategy into reality through consistent forward motion. It's where we're going to be implementing our plan with bold and decisive action. It's so critical for achieving our goals and making meaningful progress. To help you out through this stage, I have created a workbook, the Next Brave Step Blueprint, which you can grab in the show notes below. It's really structured to offer guidance, exercises, and tools that are going to help you stay motivated and stay on track. Okay, so taking massive action and committing to bold, decisive steps that drives you forward toward your goal is really going to involve some big, bold actions and some small, deliberate steps that really all accumulate over time. So some small things that really add up to bigger things are going to be things like setting your alarm for 4:30 in the morning, laying out your workout clothes the night before, and getting to the gym by 5 a.m. Now, the key is making those deliberate choices and following through consistently. So many of us are going to seek motivation to start and keep taking action. However, motivation is not a skill. It's not a fixed personality trait that you're either born with or you're not. You probably know right now what it is that you need to do to achieve your goals. But if you are anything like me, you have found yourself just not feeling like you want to do it right now. And then we often put it off until later. And when later rolls around, we still don't feel like doing it. Now, on the flip side, we can get all fired up about our goal, take off running, and check off all the boxes. But a few hours later, or maybe days later, or maybe even a few weeks later, that initial burst of motivation has worn off and we are back at square one. So, this is the thing about motivation, it ebbs and flows, and it's true for all of us. It's part of being human. Motivation is a sensation, kind of like an emotion. It comes and it goes. which means that we can't always rely on it to be there in order to achieve our goals. So, how do we foster the feeling of motivation? So, there's a lot of things that we can do. And one of the best ways that we can foster that feeling of motivation is to move our bodies. So, physical activity triggers the release of endorphins, which can enhance our mood, reduce stress, and create this natural boost of motivation. Regular exercise increases our overall energy levels, our mental clarity, and making tackling tasks and staying motivated much easier. Here's some ways that you can continue to move your body. You could get into that rigorous workout thing. You can hit the gym, you can do the rigorous workouts that engage high intensity workouts like running or cycling or even weight training. You can also just do dance sessions. Now, you can join a Zumba class or just toss on your favorite music and move your body like nobody's watching. Yoga is also a great way to enhance flexibility, strength, and mental focus. If you're looking for a great yoga, one of my favorite at home yoga practices is anything from Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. She is amazing. Definitely check her out. The key is to find an activity that you enjoy, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to stick with if you actually like doing the thing. So you can incorporate movement into your daily routine, such as taking short walks or doing just a quick stretch throughout your business day. Okay, let's move on to some other ways that we can foster motivation. Another way of doing this is really locking in with your goals. So, regularly reviewing your goals keeps them forefront of your mind. When you're looking at your goals every single day, it's going to help keep them at the front of your mind and maintain your focus and your drive. So, placing a visual reminder of your goals in a frequently seen place really helps to reinforce your commitment and your motivation. You can use colorful pens or sticky notes to make your goals visible and appealing and really engage all of your senses, making goal setting a more enjoyable and motivating process. So, some ways that you can do that is start your day by reviewing your goals and setting that positive tone and focus. At the end of the evening, go ahead and sit down and reflect on what you made progress on your goals. And at the end of the day, reflect on the progress to help keep yourself accountable and motivated for the next day. Another thing that you can do to really lock in the goals is to use what is called the 369 method. Now, the 369 method clearly defines your goals and helps you focus your efforts on increasing motivation to achieve them. It's also going to turn your goals into positive. You want to turn your goals into positive present tense affirmations that reinforce success orientated mindset, which is again boosting that motivation. Writing down your affirmations or your goals multiple times a day ingrains them into your subconscious and really fosters that continued sense of motivation and purpose. So, how do you actually do the 369 method? Very, very simple. First thing in the morning, you're going to wake up and write down your goals or your affirmations 3 times. In the middle of the afternoon, you're going to write them down 6 times. And then in the evening, before you go to bed, you're going to write them down 9 times. Writing them down this many times really locks that into your subconscious and also helps with manifesting them as well. Moving on to the next way to foster motivation, and that is through a gratitude practice. So, writing down things that you're grateful for shifts your focus away from what's lacking and towards abundance. Really helps to foster that positive, motivated mindset. Gratitude enhances your mood and overall well being, which can create a really fertile ground for motivation to grow. Writing down 10 things that you are grateful for each morning and why, and then you really want to just feel that gratitude within your body. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have kind of turned into what I have lovingly called a gratitude bully, in where I will randomly tell everybody around me that they need to list off 5 or 10 things that they're grateful for. And then afterwards, they have to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I do this with everyone. I will do it with my family, my kids, my fiance's coworkers, their kids, anybody I'm around. I am constantly just randomly asking them 5 things you're grateful for. And it doesn't have to be huge things. It can be super simple things. It can be the fact that you changed your sheets this morning and you're going to have nice, comfy, crisp sheets to lay in tonight. Or maybe you just treated yourself to a box of Mike and Ike's and you are really enjoying that piece of candy and you are so grateful for that little sugar buzz that you're getting. Or, maybe it's some big grand thing like your family or your kids or your husband or your wife or any of those things. All of those things count as things to put on your gratitude list and can really help to turn things into the positive. Okay, so another thing that you can do to foster the feeling of motivation is doing what I call a 3-page journaling. So pick a specific time for each day that you want to do this, and you can use a dedicated notebook to journal. But the whole idea is that you're going to just allow yourself to write out freely and not self edit it. So you can write out your to do list, you can write out things that you're feeling, your hopes and your dreams for the day, or how you feel about how you want to feel about situations that are coming up. But you just want to write like stream of consciousnessly for 3 pages. Now, this is going to help you clear your mental clutter and can lead to breakthroughs and new ideas. Consistent journaling also provides an opportunity to reflect on your progress and stay aligned with your goals and really fosters that ongoing motivation. All right. Okay, so my next tip for you is to create a vision board. Now, we have all heard it, and it is something that we mostly would think about around the first of the year. But as this is releasing, we are in the middle of July right now. So, when's the last time that you looked at your vision board? We are halfway through the year of 2024. Dust off the vision board and look at it. A vision board provides that tangible visual representation of your goals and dreams and helps you to make them feel more real and achievable. Now, creating a vision board at the beginning of the year is great, but the real power comes in spending the time each day looking at your vision board and visualizing that success and feeling it in your body. It's going to help you feel your goals, make them more vivid and alive in your mind. Now, whenever you are creating your vision board, you want to make sure that you include a mix of short term and long term goals. You want to make sure that you're placing this vision board somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. Now, my vision board is actually right next to my bed. So when I get out of bed in the morning, it is the first thing that I see on the wall. Another thing that I want you to keep in mind is that you can update your vision board regularly. Maybe you're updating it quarterly in order to reflect your ongoing goals and achievement. Okay, now we've talked about vision board. I also want to talk about visualization. So, visualization is where you really visualize yourself successfully achieving your goals. And it creates this mental blueprint and enhances your self belief. Your brain starts to believe that you have already achieved your goals. And this really influences your actions and decisions to align with that belief. And therefore, it's going to help boost that motivation for you. So, in order to do this, it's very simple. All you need to do is find a quiet spot and close your eyes. Visualize yourself achieving that goal. So maybe your goal is to be completely debt free. Imagine yourself writing that very last check in order to pay off all of your debt. Imagine how good it's going to feel to put that check in that envelope, write the address on it, put the stamp on it, walk it down to your mailbox, and just send it off. Imagine how amazing it's going to feel when you get that letter back that says paid in full. That's how you do that visualization. You want to imagine yourself crossing that finish line. Now, you want to spend a few minutes every single day visualizing your success. So, find a trigger that you can use in order to weave this into your daily routine. So, maybe you do this while you're brushing your teeth or while you're waiting for your coffee to brew. So, every time you go and pop a little K cup in your coffee maker, take those 2 minutes that it takes for it to brew. Take the 2 minutes that it takes to brew to close your eyes and visualize you achieving your goals. Okay, The next tool that I have for you is the What Do I Stand to Lose tool. Now, this is a tool that I don't end up using too often in my coaching, especially with women, because sometimes it can kind of have the opposite effect. But regardless, it is a pretty powerful tool. Now, how to do it, essentially, what you need to do is you need to write down the consequences of not achieving your goals. So if you don't, okay, so let's say your goal is to get healthy. And if you don't do that, what are the consequences of not turning your health and wellness around? You might get sick. You aren't going to be there for your family. You can really start to spiral this whole thing down as deep as you want to. But the whole idea is for you to see what's at stake if you don't get moving. It really helps to create that sense of urgency. Now, I don't suggest doing this super frequently. I would really maybe just do it one time when you're setting your goals or when you're at a point where the motivation has really wore off and you really need to light that fire under your butt. Okay, next tool. And this is to change your passwords. So change your password to whatever your goal is. So maybe your goal is a financial goal. Write it in how much it is that you want to make for the year. So maybe it is $100,000 in 2024. Or maybe it is the address of the dream home that you want to purchase. The reason that this works is it's a frequent interaction with your goals. Think of how many times you are typing in your password. Okay, so the reason that this works is that you are creating this frequent interaction. Okay, so the reason this really works is it's this consistent reminder. It's a frequent interaction with your goals and helps to keep them top of mind. So you can use anytime you hit that goal and you are ready to move to the next. Oh my God. Remember, once you achieve your goal and you are moving on to the next level, don't forget to update those passwords. Okay, so today we explored the importance of taking massive action and maintaining motivation. We also talked through a lot of various methods to stay focused and determined. Remember that regular evaluation and adjustments are so critical to achieving our goals. Embracing the progress of taking massive action persistently. It can be scary to take those brave steps forward. But remember that each and every little step is going to take you towards that dream life that you have. Now, remember, if you have not already downloaded the workbook, you can grab that workbook below where it dives a little bit deeper into each and every one of these tools that we discussed. All right, so that workbook is going to walk you through a little bit more in depth of all the tools that we talked about today, as well as a few of them that I didn't have time to mention in today's podcast. I'd love for you to share your progress with our community using the hashtag #TheNextBraveStep. I cannot wait to see how everything goes. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Next Brave Step podcast. I will see you in the next one. That wraps up today's episode of the Next Brave Step. I've truly enjoyed having you join me on this journey. Here at the Next Brave Step, we don't just talk about our dreams, we take bold actions towards them every day. Stay connected by hitting that subscribe button and dive even deeper with us by becoming part of the Next Brave Step Insiders group on Facebook. Let the insights and energy from today's conversation ignite your next brave step forward. Remember, every small step is a vital part of your incredible journey. So get out there and take that next step forward. You're never alone. I'll be right here cheering you on. I'll see you in the next episode.